Hey folks, it's Kevin. On January 6, 2021, I posted a video sharing an article written by the San Diego Union Tribune where Corelogic said that San Diego home values would increase by 8.3% in 2021. Let's see how that's progressing so far. Just last month, on May 26, 2021, the San Diego Union Tribune published a new article sharing that Corelogic has said that San Diego home values have actually increased 17.8% in the past 12 months, meaning that if you purchased a home in 2020 and you put 3% down, with a 17% appreciation, you'd be somewhere around a 20% equity position today. As a buyer, this is extremely important because once you get to a 20% equity position, you can elect to remove your mortgage insurance, which could save you hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage payments. As an investor, we know that it's very difficult to find an investment vehicle that can get a 17% return in 12 months, regardless of the asset class, which is why you see so many cash investors swooping up as many properties as possible. The last time we saw appreciation comparable to this was in 2004, when we saw home values skyrocket 25% in a 12-month period. The cause of this, however, was a little bit different. In 2004, there were many more homes available than the historically low inventory that we see today, which is why they go on to say that the 2021 price increase was caused by there being too few homes for sale. For instance, last year in April and May of 2020, there were about 6,000 homes available for buyers to choose from. And this year during the same time, in April and May of 2021, we only had about 3,500 homes available. And Economics 101 tells us that anytime supply is lower than demand, naturally we see prices increase. So what should we expect to see moving forward? In my opinion, there are three economic factors that can change course and cause a market correction with home values. The first being interest rates. If interest rates begin to tick up, then we'll see buyers' monthly payments get more expensive, which would mean that affordability would become a bigger problem than it is already. And anytime buyers can't afford homes, they just will be unwilling to pay that price, which means that sellers would ultimately have to decrease their price to meet that buyer demand. Economic factor number two, tax policy. I believe that if the government signs a bill doing away with the 1031 exchange, which allows investors to sell their real estate properties tax-free as long as they move that profit into another property, then that's going to discourage investors from buying and selling real estate. The second component with taxes is if they increase property taxes altogether. This would mean that people might elect not to purchase real estate and rather put that capital in other asset classes such as stocks or cryptocurrency. Economic factor number three, foreclosures. During the challenging economic climate of 2020, that was COVID-19, we saw our government step in and do a tremendous job of supporting our real estate economy by propping it up with things such as forbearance, which allowed homeowners to defer their monthly payments anywhere from 6, 12, even 18 months. And that allowed them to not have to make a payment, but rather make up those payments when they go to refinance, sell, or when they pay off their loan term, which typically happens after 30 years. The second layer of insulation that they added was the foreclosure moratorium, which meant that banks were not allowed to foreclose on the individuals who were behind on their payments. So you have to think that eventually, once that foreclosure moratorium ends, and those buyers are still obligated to make those monthly payments moving forward, yet they're struggling financially and they're just not capable of doing so, we could see a wave of inventory hitting the market. And unless we have the demand to meet that supply, we could potentially see that correcting home values. In my opinion, the chances of these three things happening is very unlikely. The reason why is because our current administration is doing everything in their power to support these homeowners. Nonetheless, these opinions are of my own, and I don't want you guys to make buying or selling decisions based on what you hear in this video. As many of you know, I am a real estate agent here in San Diego, and I'm simply sharing the information that is provided to me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below, and if you found value in this video, please support my channel by hitting the like button, send it to a friend or a family member who's thinking about purchasing a home, and lastly, subscribe to my channel to stay posted on any future videos. I'll see you in the next one.